Hey guys, this is Fatal. I wanted to record a little bit of a video here to show some progress on my game. So what I've been working on recently is a quest system, and there are still, some minor bugs to chase out. For instance, the quest button overlay is on top of the zoom in and zoom out overlay. You can ignore this little refreshed looking little circle button and the three dots. That's part of the Expo player that I use here to test the game out since it's not published yet. So yeah, I wanted to look at the quest based system here, and if we look, we can click on the quest log button and it takes us into the quest log. So on the quest log, we've got two different screens. We've got the quests and we've got the completed quests. So this is a fresh account, so I've not yet completed any quests. I just created 7 basic quests right now. Build a lumber mill, build a farm, a quarry, a gold mine, gather 1,000 of each resource, attack an NPC castle, and attack a player. So let's go ahead and let's start some of these to see what happens. So I've got a little bit of resources, I think. Yeah, just a little bit. So let's go in to build a city. Wait, which I've got. Yeah, okay, so let's build a lumber mill. So we'll visit Kingdom. From there we can click on Fields to go to the fields, and let's build a lumber mill at this build site here. So we can select the lumber mill, tells us how much it builds, and it's sitting there building. While that's building, let's go out to the world map and let's attack. Now we'll lose, I don't even know, actually we should have some troops. We'll attack an NPC city. We're going to lose miserably, but all right, well, I had to relaunch the game to pick up the new change, so let me go back out to the map and let's go try to attack that guy now. So now we see the cancel and send attack buttons are no longer behind the chat box. So this is why we're testing this game, right? Because there are some issues. I just recently have redone the way all of these screens are rendered, so some of them are still a little bit messed up because of that. So now we can select 10 knights and we'll go ahead and send that attack. So yeah, I wanted to show on the attack we do have presets where you can choose what your march is going to be. So I could, for instance, say 10 knights, and let's give that one 10 knights. Of course, you might have much more complex setup based on what you're wanting to do. So we can save that march, and then later we can save. Then later we can choose that from the drop down if we wanted to, and it would pre-populate that for us. Also, I don't have any hero, but if I had recruited a hero for this kingdom or this city or this town, then I would be able to select a hero, and the hero will just give attribute bonuses to all of the troops. So let's see how we're doing here. It looks like maybe that, yep, that attack finished. So now I can see on my quest log, it's got a little 1 on it indicating that that quest is complete. Now if we click on this actual card or this tile for this quest, we'll see more information about it. We'll see the rewards there. One is 1 penny. Now I'm trying to figure out how to prevent this game from becoming like just straight up pay to win. I really made this game for 2 reasons. To be totally transparent, one is I wanted to test the ability of the generative AI tools, so things such as Claude Code, in their ability to generate actually functional large code bases. So the code base on this is probably close to 175,000, 180,000 lines now, and Claude is doing a pretty good job maintaining it still. The other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make the game that I wanted to play. So basically it incorporates all the things in the past that I've loved about other games. A lot of them from Evany, the browser version Evany, not the mobile app. So if you watched my last video, which I think somehow got shadow banned or something, I don't know, I talked to people and they couldn't even find it. I had to send them a link to it. But yeah, this has a lot of really deep PvP things built in, a lot deeper than any of the other mobile apps that are out right now. They're all basically clones of each other. But anyways, so I wanted to kind of simplify the premium currency. In this case, it's a penny is the premium currency. So this quest in particular gives us 1 penny, and then it gives us 1 stack of 1,000 wood, 1 stack of 1,000 stone blocks, 1 stack of 1,000 food, 1 stack of 1,000 gold, and then a scroll of teleportation. So claim the rewards, and they should show up in my inventory. So if I go back out here and click on inventory, now I do see those, and you can see they're pre-filtered based on their categorization. So consumables, scroll teleportation is a consumable. You can click on it and it'll randomly teleport you to somewhere on the map. There's also a scroll of advanced teleportation where you can either enter specific coordinates from here or from the world map. You can click on a tile and advance teleport there if it's an empty tile. So then the resources, of course, here they are. So I can use those to gain those resources if I needed to, and that will help in the early development, having quests like this, so that you can then proceed to build onto your kingdom more easily. So one thing here, you see we have a little red dot on the fields button that indicates something on that field screen needs to be attended to. So we have completed building this building, and now we can click on it to claim that building. So upgrade completed, lumber mill upgraded to level 1. Now, as the resource tickers tick on this, I forget I'd have to look at the math. I think every 8 hours these things should fill up. I don't remember to where they hit their max capacity. After I think 10% of their max capacity is stored, you'll have a little icon above them to where you can collect the resources, at which point the red dot would also show up here. Now, because I've claimed that gold, that lumber mill, now I can see I have my quest log has indication that I have a completed quest. So likewise, I can go on here. I see my first strike NPC is claimed. Now I need to build a lumber mill, and it is claimed, so let's go ahead and claim that. And we also received 1 penny and 1 stack of wood. So let's, on the penny, it will be used inside of the city. So one of the buildings that you can build is a shop. And I decided I wanted to actually have a building that represented the shop. So on most other games, you have like a little icon or a button or whatever to open the shop. I wanted this to be more like an actual shop experience. So like, imagine if you actually lived in this town. Now you have a shop building. You go to that shop building if you want to see what's going on. And so that shop building is going to drive your premium currency as well as the non-premium currency. So if we want, I am working on wherever you click on a building, show the progress here, and also add the ability to use construction speedups from right here. But right now the way that works is you click back on Kingdom and there's our active projects. From here you can see what else is being built, troops training, research going on. So if you wanted to use speed ups, you could click on this, and if you wanted to, you could hit auto select, and it would then calculate how much of each speed up you would need to most efficiently reach your reach how much time is required. Of course, I don't have any speed ups on this account though, so I won't be able to use any. So we'll just have to wait for 2 minutes. Of course, I can edit that out. So we'll wait here, and then I'll see you in 2 minutes. All right, now that shop is done, let's go ahead and go visit Kingdom. And now we see that shop is ready with a bouncing green circle with a little check mark on it. So let's click that to claim the shop building. Now we'll probably add in quests for the first time you create any of the buildings, whether it be in town or out of town, and give you some speed ups and some other things like that. For instance, the scroll of advanced teleportation, or the scroll of teleportation that you get for attacking an NPC. So if we go look at the shop building, you can buy packs. So it's not free to host, and even to build these games, it's not free. And it's not free to host them as well. So it still does require some money, and I have to have a way to generate revenue for the game to be able to fund this little passion project of mine. So here's one way to do it. So you can have pouches of these pennies that you can buy. You buy 100, 200, 300, 500, or 1,000, or you can also buy monthly packs. So you can buy a monthly pack where you get 25 per day or 30 per day. And here's another screen I need to fix because it's going behind the chat box. I have not actually hooked all of this up yet, and I need to really consider the amounts of pennies that you get for these 2 monthly packs, as well as if I even want to offer some of these bigger ones, and I'll have to have daily limits on here so you don't end up with a situation where someone just buys so much that they can beat the entire server. My goal here is to avoid having a situation where one person can take on the entire server. I think that's not healthy for games like this. The only thing that's healthy for is the pocketbooks of the people running those games. But anyway, so here's where you purchase the premium currency. And then on the items side, you can then go in and purchase some of these items with the pennies. So, and again, some of these prices need to be adjusted probably, and you'll see there's some items that I'll probably talk about on later videos, but you've got hero recruitment scrolls, there's advanced teleportation scroll. So you do see some items here that that are on the premium shop. Some of the ways to get the non-premium items, there's another building, there's actually an auction house building. So where'd it go? Auction house. And this is something I wanted to add in. I know none of the other RTS games that I've played have these. Oh, why did that not build? Auction house. Oh, I may not have enough resources. I don't know. I gotta look into that. Again, it's still like pre-alpha, I'd say. But I wanted to add an auction house where players could trade for gold or for some other currency, well, as yet to be determined, but probably gold. Where you can post things. So the different things in your inventory, some of them are flagged in the database where they could be traded on the auction house or not. So that's going to be another way that you can get currency. So let's say you've got way more gold than you need, or let's say you've got way more lumber than you need. Let's say you need more stone. You could then, try to trade stone for lumber or stone for gold, and then you could buy lumber on the auction house. So I'll have to have some set currency. I think it might be gold for now. I just don't want to kill the economy because gold is also used as one of the building components requirements for some of the things. So for instance, you see here, it shows how much resources I have at the top, but if I want to build another barracks, it shows here it's 500 gold, 400 wood, 200 stone. It takes 3 minutes, but yeah, I've got an auction house. I think that's going to be a really fun little bonus that most other games don't have, at least not mobile RTS games. So think of it like the auction houses on like RuneScape or World of Warcraft. I think that they add a really valuable layer of complexity into the game. And again, if I were looking to turn this into something where I just maximized every single dollar that I could make off this game, I wouldn't have an auction house because I would want people to have to go to a premium shop instead and then go like buy, I don't even have them on here, do I? But buy the resource packs, like 100,000 lumber or whatever. I know that brings in a lot of revenue to other games I've played too. So I'm trying to make this as fair and balanced as possible. A game that's going to have an ability to stick around for a while, as opposed to one that's just going to collapse, after 6 months to a year, like most of these RTS games seem to do. So anyways, I just wanted to go over the quest system and show a little bit about the premium currency shop and talk about the auction house a little bit. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll try to get some more videos uploaded before long where I can do breakdowns of other parts of the game. So there's a lot to this. This game has a lot more complexity and depth to it than a lot of other RTSs out there that just rely on premium shops and other things like that. So another thing I don't have in yet are any mini games. I do want to put some mini games in. So, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll probably be opening it up for alpha testing before long once I get some testers ready to go. So just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.